Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have hired Kefense Hynson as their new passing game coordinator. Shout out to Greg Auman and Oregon State University for having the pronunciation on Kefense's name. But let's go ahead and dive into this. This video is sponsored by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, by the way. More on them in a little bit. Now, there's a couple of interesting things to note here with Kefense, right? Kefense is 44 to 45 years old. He has coached a lot at the collegiate level, folks. I mean, we're talking about Willamette, Quincy, Minnesota State, Western Washington, Yale. Actually, he coached current Buccaneers offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard while he was at Yale. So there is a bit of a connection there. Montana was another place that he coached. Norfolk State, Hawaii, and then Oregon State are all places that he has coached. So, Kefense has certainly worked his way up the collegiate ranks and has gone to a lot of different places. He's also been a coach around the league for a long time. Even as an executive, he has a little bit of experience. Back in 2004, he was the director of football operations at Boise State. So it is interesting to see Kefense here get his first start here in the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It makes sense as to why this move would happen. Of course, there's a connection between Josh Grizzard and Kefense Hynson due to their time spent together at Yale while Grizzard was there as a player. Kefense was there as a coach. But before we dive a little bit deeper into that, folks, I do want to say real quick, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, in BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Guys, if you use the promo code YouTube150, you get a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next two deposits. All of that is up to $2,000. Thanks so much to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of this video. Now, we will see what Hynson does here in his role. He has spent time in a lot of different hats at the collegiate level. He's coached defensive backs. He's coached wide receivers. He's coached running backs. He's been a tight ends coach, a special teams coordinator, a co-offensive coordinator. He has done pass game coordinator before. He was an interim head coach at one point. So the guy's been on both offensive, defensive, and special teams in terms of being all over the sides of the ball. And he's still relatively young for a coach, 44, 45 years old. That's not exactly the oldest coach in the world. That's a pretty standard age, in my opinion, for guys getting into the league and whatnot. So I'm gonna be curious. It is not surprising that a hire like this was made from Josh Grizzard. He probably wants somebody that he may view as a mentor on his staff, and to have Hynson here, a guy who's done it all on the offensive side of the ball, who coached Josh Grizzard while he was a player at Yale, makes sense why Grizzard would want him in his corner to be there as maybe a bit of a mentor, as a coach, and kind of show him the ropes, right? And just be a sounding board. I mean, this dude, has looked at tight ends, quarterbacks. Sorry, he was a quarterbacks coach at one point as well. So literally, the only thing he hasn't coached on the offensive side of the ball, people, is the offensive line. Everything else, quarterbacks, tight ends, wide receivers, running backs, he's coached all of it, right? So that's going to be a pretty good sounding board for Grizzard to get a mentor of his in the building, and use him as a sounding board as well. So I'm for the hire. Why not, right? We will see if Hynson can crack it in the NFL after spending so long at the collegiate level, and maybe this is the start of something beautiful here for Hynson. I wish him nothing but the best. Guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. One more shout out to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino for sponsoring this video, and as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.